What's up guys, so we all just watched the revolutionary boxing weekend that just took place in Times Square. On paper, it sounded extremely exciting. I mean, it was a night where the best of the best world-class fighters were to settle their disputes in the middle of the road, in the heart of New York. To be honest, it seemed very intriguing, until it didn't. As soon as the co-main and main cards were scheduled, we were left with this for 36 minutes.
2 hours later.
To be fair, the Haney fight was more like watching a National Geographic documentary for an hour, but we will get more into that later. But before we go more in depth, my name is Raf and this is a channel for everything MMA and boxing, so make sure you subscribe and join the journey. Now the Rolly and Ryan fight was somewhat more intriguing, but not for the reasons that Ryan would have foreseen. Ryan got dropped in just the second round, and for the rest of the fight, no real sense of urgency was displayed by Ryan, with Rolly clearly weathering the storm and edging out every round thereafter. And because of this, real genuine questions about Ryan Garcia, the once golden boy of boxing, have come to fruition. What we saw from Ryan in those 36 minutes looked like the complete opposite of what us boxing fans are accustomed to. Even in the fight where he lost to Tank, he still looked extremely sharp before the pivotal liver shot. In the Rolly fight though, this was just the third time in his career that he hit the canvas. Going back to Ryan's early career, his fight against Campbell played in a similar fashion. At the time, Ryan was just 22 and he boasted an undefeated record. Most of his professional fights up until this one ended in a knockout, but early on in this fight, Ryan got hit with his first ever knockdown in his career. It seemed like the champ was getting rattled and all the momentum was on Campbell's side, but that night, Ryan showed us a different, meaner side of him. He was able to brush off this pivotal moment and instead knock out Campbell in the 7th round, construing a remarkable comeback. It showed similar shades of Tyson Fury vs Wilder 3, where Tyson was knocked down twice in round 4 and he looked completely depleted and on the verge of not continuing. But Tyson came back from this and knocked out Wilder in the 11th round. Ryan had that mentality and we expected the same in the fight against Rolly, but we didn't end up getting that same Ryan with hunger and ferocity. There's no real sense of urgency and Rolly just got whatever he wanted, completely taking away Ryan's left hook. Now by the end of the fight, we saw a very emotional Ryan with tears dripping down his face, and honestly, it shows the heart he has and the standards he holds himself up to. But this is now Ryan's second defeat, and his first loss against Tank would cause a series of destructive events to unfold for Ryan, specifically on his mental health and personal life. Ryan, after the loss, dealt with many allegations and criminal charges from his ex-wife and from the police department. For one, he was alleged to break into his ex's home and break her belongings. In another instance, Ryan faced criminal charges for causing $15,000 worth of damages in a hotel in the hills. And later, Selena, his ex-wife, blamed the excessive use of alcohol for these erratic behaviors. And into the build-up fight against Haney, we saw similar and strange occurrences of these kinds of behaviors. Obviously, drinking and smoking was what Ryan resorted to, but he had many crash outs over social media and bizarre conspiracy theories that he would randomly tweet about. All this led to him being overweight in his fight against Haney and using PEDs, which saw his win turn into a no contest by the Athletic Commission. But the biggest concern is Ryan after defeat. We saw how heavily it affected him post-Tank, and with him losing in disappointing fashion against Rolly, Ryan is now on the back foot and at a crucial point in his career. Now originally, the Fatal Fury Times Square event was supposed to market and build up the Haney and Garcia rematch. Boxing promoters love doing this, and they basically did the same to build up Canelo versus Crawford. And with the contract allegedly already signed by Haney and Garcia before the Fatal Fury series, I think most people, or at least Turkey and the promoters, envisioned how the night would end. A victory by both Ryan and Devin. Now although Devin did win, it was a snooze fest. He was on the back foot the entire fight and he simply just looked too careful and too scared. He had moments of leading jabs and right hooks, but that's all it was, just moments that would lead him over the edge against Ramirez. But Ryan losing and Devin snooze fest, effectively demarketed the rematch set between the two, and this was most definitely not what Turkey and the promoters saw coming. It may even go to the point where the rematch is scrapped entirely, and Bill Haney vs Oscar De La Hoya may be more entertaining and worthwhile for the fans. But if the fight still ensues, Ryan has all the pressure turned on him. Devin has somewhat of momentum from his win, and with all the eyes on Ryan now, the coming year will be a pivotal run for Ryan and his boxing career. But conclusively, knowing Ryan's track record of how he deals with defeat and himself simply not looking like the Ryan we are used to in that ring, alarm bells are ringing for the legacy and longevity of Ryan's career. I want to know what you guys think though. Will Ryan resort to his old destructive self, or will we see Ryan completely 180 from this fight and put all the Ryan doubters away and put on vintage Ryan Garcia performance against Haney later this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and like, comment. I love all you guys. Peace.